But what you need to do here is download. I'm saying this for James because I'm recording the class.
You are?
Yeah, right now. You need to download on assignment 4, chapters 5 and chapter 6. So just click on the template. Let's go ahead and open up chapter 5. Enable editing. And remember, we are doing what we would normally do for the test as the... Save as. I'm going to go ahead and save this as a new file. Save as chapter 5 homework.
Oh, they're gonna make me do this thing first.
Uh-oh, what thing?
Look.
Oh, you better take it.
All tens all the way down.
I know. Except for where the names aren't written on the attendance.
No, that's not for you to be upset about. That's for me to be upset about.
I won't. There's no spot on here for that.
So we are on page... We're in 5.1a, so we're on page 144. Oh yeah, we never used the clear pages yesterday.
No, we skipped right past it.
Well, we were talking about it. I do like those, so let me show you those really quick.
They're awesome.
So we were speaking yesterday about doing the worksheet.
Mm-hmm.
And the clear pages that everybody always wants to get to in the book are that worksheet. Okay? So we start off, this is what a typical worksheet looks like on page,
Blank.
yeah, it's 138. Page 138. You have this blank page, and you can say, okay, the first thing we want to do is create a trial balance, which is all of our accounts. The second thing we want to do is post any adjustments. So we flip that first one, and we can see the adjustments overlay onto that. Then we want to do our adjusted trial balance, which is calculate everything over. You can see how that works. And the final thing is we want to take everything for the income statement over, everything for the balance sheet over. So those are the little basics, and then you can see you can actually find your net income as the final slide there, or the final transparency that overlays. And this is a completed worksheet. So we're going to be doing this right now in Excel, but this is a fantastic page to reference to as we move forward, not in this class, but in the next class. If you're trying to remember, how do I do a worksheet? Go to the little clear area, just follow the steps, because those are the steps we're going to do.
Okay, now where do we go to doc sharing, you said?
Oh, it's not. It's in between 136 and 138. How about that? You go to assignment 4 to get it.
It's just funny.
It is funny.
It's just like it skips 5 pages.
Just have this insert all of a sudden.
It's like a government.
All right,
government job.
Monique, you gonna read it to us? We're on page 144 now. Problem 1, A.
Okay, completing the worksheet, the trial balance of the trial balance of Dumas Company as of January 31st, 2013. After the company completed the first month of operations is shown in the partial worksheet below. Instructions: 1, record the trial balance in the trial balance section of the worksheet. 2, complete the worksheet by making the following adjustments: supplies on hand.
All right, hold on. Let's do the first step. Let's go ahead and make.
He said read.
Yeah, I did. I told you. Hold on now. I can tell you to stop and start when I want.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's
Master
the dean.
No, Master Scott.
How did I get to what page?
Dropbox.
No.
No.
Tanya.
In assignment
Tanya.
4.
Assignment 4. If you
I
just
am.
click on assignment 4, it
I
says chapter 5 template, chapter 6 template.
Okay.
You just click on it, it will download.
Okay, got it.
All right, here we go. So we are in here, and we are going to just transfer what is in the book over to here. depending on what balance it is. And it's already written out on what side it is for us. So we're just going to go ahead and copy this in. We got 104, 123, 208, 00, 384, 00, 60, 123, 108, 123. Got nothing under depreciation, 24, 800, 144, Tanya. 252, 123, 14, 400, 103, 200. Salaries expense is 31, 200. Utilities expense is 3,200. So it should look a lot like this when you get to where I am. Ron, what kind of car was that they were rebuilding?
It was a 69 Charger.
Charger? With a Ford rear end in it?
Yeah.
Those 9-inch Ford rear ends are pretty bulletproof. That's why I run these.
Big rear subframe.
It's not letting me.
You gotta click enable editing up at the top, the big yellow bar.
Oh, gotcha. These are rare.
Yep.
Okay, now we're in business. Keeps going.
Now we're making guacamole.
Mhm.
Then I'm like, Andrea says to me,
I think next one I would bring my keyboard in.
Put my home on that, so
I know, I'm
you put your what on?
formula,
It's not doing it?
just give me the value. Number value.
You did something wrong. Formulas don't just give you value, hashtag. So when you get everything typed in, I want you to do a formula, preferably the sum. So we're gonna say equals sum. I knew you had something wrong there. Pull it all the way down, close bracket, hit tab. Ho! Thundercats ho! It says correct. Sum again of everything above it. Close parentheses. Ho! It's correct. I'm just waiting to see if everybody's at this point now. Andrea, are you done? Almost. Keep going. Make it happen, Captain. What's your favorite type of M&M there, Jack?
My favorite type of M&M?
Yeah.
I would like the bigger the better.
So you like peanut M&Ms?
No. I don't like the actual candy.
Oh, you don't like the actual candy?
No, I don't like the actual candy so much. I got a big orange guy who stands by this towel in my office.
So why do you like the guy if you don't like the candy?
I just like the characters.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Works. It works
If
for
you-
me.
If you go to Mars.com and look up the history of M&Ms and the history of the characters, and it's really neat.
Wasn't it inspired by Satan? No, I'm just kidding.
No, because I wouldn't have gone after it with that.
That's
That's
like a monument.
Yeah, I heard that.
You heard about it? I was like, what the?
It's all right. You ready, Andrea? Yeah, you add them. You're gonna do a sum, just like this. Sum E13 to E27. That's how I did it. Or you could do equals this cell plus 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 this cell. But I think that gets a little long in the tooth.
all in the tooth.
I could be wrong. We got cars to build, right, Ron? We don't got time to do equals this plus this plus this plus this. Have it. We were doing some church service. Did I tell you the story down in Tijuana about working harder, not smarter, or smarter, not harder? So we're doing some church service down in Tijuana. I'm like 16. And part of what we're doing, we go down to an orphanage and we have this big truck of sand because we're going to fill up their sandbox. and this orphanage has nothing. So we bring a bunch of toys, we do some work, and we're going to do this thing. We brought all these wheelbarrows, and we're going to wheelbarrow all the sand in and dump it into this. It was a pretty big sand pit, or a sandbox. So they figure out we can open up the side gate and back the dump truck in and just dump it. Smart, right? So I'm 16. I look over at my bishop, who's the head guy there, and I'm like, hey, are we going to miss out on the blessings because we're not wheelbarrowing the stuff? And he looks at me and goes, called me Scotty. He's like, Scotty, if that was the case, we'd be using teaspoons. And I'm like, good point. So in Excel, we don't have to do it the long way. We can do it the smart way. We're still going to get the result, right? So does that, you got the formula there, Andrea? No? You got,
Yes, I got it, but it keeps telling me it cannot.
it's incorrect. It can't be incorrect. You're actually grabbing credit or something.
Well, unless you transposed the number wrong.
Too many zeros.
Did you transpose the number from the book
And
wrong?
this number's wrong.
Oh yeah, you've got one of your numbers that wasn't typed in right if it says incorrect. You got it right?
I got it right. I need a keypad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Bring my keyboard because I got the big
How much do
keyboard.
those keypads cost?
I don't know. My
$5 if you get them on the right day.
my chiropractor gave it to me for free. So
That's cool.
Got to go get me a Mac Pro in the next 2 weeks. Or a little. I think I'm gonna get a MacBook Air
why is that?
for my PhD program. I need a new laptop.
You need a new one for that?
Yeah, I have a really nice Mac Pro, but I only have a really crappy MacBook. So it's an old one, so I'm gonna get a new one.
I should bring my. I keep saying I'm gonna bring my Mac in and let you optimize it.
They usually come pretty often.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I've had it for a while, and there's programs that I don't use that I want to be able to use it more with this stuff, but I don't know how to get like Excel. and
Is she
all this.
close?
Yeah, no, we just did not check out those, she got too many zeros or something.
Come on, Andrea.
Yeah, but those are cents.
Those are Those are .00s.
There's a period in there.
It's okay.
Oh no, there's no dots in there. You're right.
There is
Oh, there's a
dots.
double line though, right, Ron?
There's a solid blue line.
Some people don't understand that. It's hard.
Yeah.
If you don't understand money, it's bad.
Are you saying she doesn't understand money?
No, she just.
She'll
Money
tase you.
sign,
She's got a taser. She will
zeros.
tase you.
Yeah, she's gonna be a police officer.
She just got exactly what's in the book.
Pull over.
You did exactly what you were supposed to. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. You said copy what's in the book.
She did it.
She
That's
looked
how
at
it
the
James is like, this is the longest video of nothing I've ever seen. That's what he's gonna be saying.
No, he
This
needs
is
that
an hour and a half of YouTube for nothing. So
Hi, James. Where is he?
I'm recording it for him.
Where is he?
He'll say hi later. He's in South Carolina.
He's on duty.
Is it cold there,
Oh,
James?
yeah, I forgot he did this. It was reserved, it's drill time.
Oh.
We miss you, James. So I'm gonna pause it right now and just tell him he got screwed up somehow. No, figure it out. No. So.
Oh,
You know, it's almost better just go retype it, right?
yeah, there it is.
Be nice.
Hey, your daughter looked just like you yesterday, Monique.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I saw her down the hall, and I thought it was you. I was like, hey! And then she got closer. I'm like, oh, wait, you're the wrong one.
Yeah, I told her to stay out of my damn closet. There we go. All right.
Now she's correct?
She's good now.
Okay.
She was in my closet. Like, stay out of my closet.
Can't believe she's doing that to you. All right, so it says complete the worksheet by making the following adjustments. Supplies on hand at the end of the month, $6,400. Expired insurance, $10,000. Depreciation for the period, $2,200.
I printed some extra ones on accident.
Hashtag awesome is right. So what we have here is supplies on hand at the end of the month, $6,400. What does that mean we're going to do for an adjustment? When it says supplies on hand, $6,400,
Well, that means.
What does that mean?
Credit.
Wait,
No.
not credit, but what does it mean we have on hand?
That means we have.
What's our balance of our supplies account?
6,400.
Should be 6,400. So we're gonna have this right here, 6,400, because that's what our adjusted trial balance is gonna end up being.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, but in order to get to 6,400, what do we have to do? We started at 38,400, right? So like I told you, if they give us the ending number, I like to write a formula for what we need to subtract, which is, it needs to be a credit, right? Because we're a debit. So we're going to say this equals 38,400 minus 6,400, because that'll be what's left over. We should have $32,000 of supplies being used.
Now, what did you just do?
Number 2.
I did.
The-
This is,
The 38 minus the 64?
yeah.
Okay.
Equals
Go from the left to the right.
38,000 minus 64,000. I don't know why it's not keeping my formula in there, but it's the number.
Yeah.
You just need to find the difference between these two. You need the difference between 6,400 and 38,400.
There's no sum for this one.
And how do you do the minus?
Multiplication.
On
Hit the minus button.
Equals this minus this.
Subtraction, whatever.
Equals
It's a
like
math
this,
formula.
Tanya.
You know which one it is.
This minus, there's the minus,
Okay.
this. Now, can we do it only on one side?
No.
No, we cannot. So where does it have to go on the left for the debit side? We credited supplies 32,000.
Supplies expense.
Supplies expense, brilliant. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna put another A. That so we can see that the two things are the same. I'm just gonna say this equals 32,000. Bingo. Now I'm gonna do something a little out of order right now,
Question.
but it's my
Should I
preference.
just write it in or should I copy it?
No. What I like to do is hit equals and click on the other number. That way you know it's right.
So before you put the parenthesis in, the other parenthesis in, you put minus.
There's no parentheses.
We put it in this.
No parentheses.
Oh, no, what
Just
is
hit
it?
minus,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
and now click on this box. No, just click on that box. And hit enter.
No parenthesis at the end?
It'll do it right
Oh,
now.
No, you only use parentheses when we're using a function, which is like sum or round or
Okay.
something like that. We're just doing math at that point. So I'm going to come down here and do the same thing we did before, which is a function of sum equals sum of everything above it. That's a parentheses. Close up and off. And I'm going to just copy and paste it because it'll do the same thing. There we go. The reason I'm going to do that is because when I get done looking at all my stuff, it should come up and tell me when it's correct, right? If I've done it all right, then I'll just know that I did it all correctly. So just make these add up so you can use that same sum feature on both of these.
Allow us to copy and paste the formula over there?
What?
Does it allow us to copy and paste the formula over there?
Anything in yellow can be copied and pasted, so I copied right here and I pasted right there.
Sometimes the worksheets be like,
Copied here,
So
pasted
you
there.
can copy from there and to there.
No, no, no. You do not ever want to copy from here down to here. You want to copy from here to here, the same line. That's what we're doing. We're copying the same totals. That's it. In fact, don't confuse yourself. If you're worried about copy and paste, just rewrite the formula. Equals sum. Grab everything above it. I was just trying to show you some shortcuts.
I'm just saying, sometimes your sheets be like, no, you can't do
Just trying to
this.
dump the truck instead of use teaspoons.
Yeah, let's use some teaspoons for a minute. So, all right. Now, what's our next one? Our next thing said that we had expired insurance of $10,000. So instead, this time we have expired insurance of $10,000. What does that mean we're going to do, Ron?
Have to buy more drinks.
Okay, well, what do we have in our chart of accounts, though? Up there on line 16, or row 16.
Prepaid.
We have a bunch of prepaid insurance. We don't have to buy anything. We got it. So we've expired $10,000 of insurance. So what are we going to do with that? I'm guessing it's going to have something to do with row 16.
Credit.
We're going to credit how much?
11,000.
It was $10,000 of expired insurance.
10,000.
10,000. We're going to use the same number. This time we don't have to have the final number. we need the first number, right? This is our adjustment. So they gave us the 10,000. So that means our debit balance for insurance is going to equal what? Equals 60,000
J16.
minus 10,000. Just like this. So D16 minus J16 gives me what? Amy? How much?
What is it?
She doesn't know yet.
Minus what?
It's
10,000.
60,000.
Oh,
10,000.
50,000.
You didn't need a computer to do that for you. It's 50. Okay? Can we do just one half of it, Ron?
Nope.
No. Where are we going to put it, Ron?
Yeah, line 24, insurance expense.
Line 24, insurance expense. I'm going to go ahead and put a B here. Do the same thing. This equals this. Dang it, it still says try again. It's all right. We got another adjustment. You okay, Monique?
No, I just put something, I put it in the wrong column. The
Oh.
wrong,
Don't be doing
Don't be
that.
doing that.
that- Yes.
All right, the third one. It says we have depreciation for the period of $2,320, or no, excuse me, $2,200 of depreciation. Well, what are we going to be depreciating?
Equipment.
Yeah, it looks like the only thing we have is equipment. So where are we going to be putting this $2,200, everyone?
Under equipment.
Credit line 17.
Credit,
On line 17?
yes.
Line 18, where it says accumulated depreciation. Trick question. So we're going to put 2,200 on the credit side. Now watch, when we come over to our adjusted trial balance, where do we put this now? Is it a debit or a credit?
It's credit.
It's a credit, because accumulated depreciation is a contra asset. So it's a credit account normally. Oh, and look what happened down here. When we put that 2,200 in, it says below, it's correct. So where does that go on the left side?
26.
Yep, line 26. So we'll put C and 2,200. We're correct in our adjustments. Now, I'm hoping you guys will just grasp this concept. If this balances and our adjustments balance, guess what? When we add them together, this is also going to balance. Okay? I'm going to try to teach you a formula. I'm going to try once. If you don't get it, we're going to go back to the old school method, okay? But I'm going to try and teach you something that works really well. Yes?
When you achieved your adjusted trial balance for line 18, did you add E and J together to get M? Or did you just copy J over to M?
Yes. But I'm going to do that formula right now. That's the exact formula I'm about to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So hold those horses. So I just want you to grasp this concept for a second. We're thinking about math, right? We're going to let Excel do all the math for us, but we just need to come up with the concept. So if I have a normal debit balance, what is my math equation right here? Nothing else, just forget about every number we have here. But just right here, what do I want to do to make sure I get the right number here? Mathematically. What do I want this cell to equal?
Oh,
I want it to equal what?
D plus H.
D plus H
and that's
minus J, okay? If we do the minus J, then we can use the same formula for every single normal debit balance, okay? Because it'll either add what it needs to add or subtract what it needs to subtract. So if you don't grasp this concept, we'll just go back to doing it the old school way, but I just want to show it to you really quick in case, because this is a very simple way to do this. So this equals the debit plus any adjustment debit minus any adjustment credit for normal debit balance. So that's what the formula should look like. What'd you say?
okay.
Now, how do we know it's a normal debit balance? How do we know?
Because the original balance.
Because the original balance is a debit balance. It's exactly how we know, right? So we're not going to switch balances. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now I'm going to copy and paste this. Whoops.
Oh, see?
Oh, this one didn't let me do it.
Calculator.
14. Oh, I know what it is. No. I put a different formula in here.
Yeah.
I got to change my 32,000. There it goes. It works. Because I had done an inside calculation there. I just typed this number in. So now I can copy, paste, 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 paste. And then when I get down here, I can see that this is a credit balance. I don't want to do anything to that one. Come down to 21, hit paste. Come down to 25, 26, 27. And then I can do the same thing where I copy over my, oh, try it.
Jan on that
So
32,
we'll-
'cause I got something here too.
So we have to take out the formula that we did and the adjustments?
Yeah, for number 15, I'm sorry.
Oh, damn
Just type in the number, 32,000.
it. I know, it's like. Okay.
Are we missing something? Did I not type something in here? Oh, I left two. That's what it is. Copy. Made these two adjustments. There it is. Now it's correct. I had left out a couple debit balances.
Oh,
Okay.
I just hadn't copied over 23 and 24. I hadn't put my formula in for 23 and 24. Now it's correct.
I just copied it all the way down.
You could have done that.
Okay.
That'd be nice and easy. Now the only problem is anything that has a credit balance, though. Do you have negative numbers in here?
No, I just had a dash, but the one that had the 22 in the parentheses, I just deleted it.
Yeah, you're gonna need to delete because we're gonna make that happen all the way down. So you want to delete anything that's not. So these four, you're gonna want to delete the formula.
Look, there's no formula.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, yeah.
If you copied it down. So I'm gonna show you the formula for those right now. So the credit balance side. How are we gonna get this number? How are we gonna get what goes in the credit side? What's the mathematical thought process we're going to want to have? What does this cell equal? Cell equals what, Tanya? What are we trying to calculate here?
A, B, and C on your credit side,
No.
22.
It's dealing with row 18. Only row 18.
2200.
We want it to end up as 2200, but mathematically, why is it going to end up as 2200?
Because, well,
We're going to start with what? This is important. What are we starting with?
J18.
We're going to, no.
Oh, we want to start with E18.
E18, even though there's nothing in there, this is normally a credit balance. So we're going to say E18.
So we're gonna take 32 away from, or 10 away from 32,
I don't know where you're getting 10.
right there, above it.
This has nothing to do with anything that's above it or below it. It's only line 18.
Okay.
We're only, or row 18 here. We are dealing strictly with depreciation for equipment.
Okay.
Right here, this line. So we're going to take this, and what are we going to do next? So we're going to say this cell equals this cell, what? Plus or minus something?
We would go minus the debit.
Minus the debit, which just happens to be nothing, plus what?
Credit.
Plus the credits. So we have 0 minus 0 plus 2200, which is going to give us the right amount. 2200 again. And now instead of going and doing that same math equation for every single thing, we can just copy and paste it wherever we have a credit balance. So I can say copy, paste, paste, and paste. Ta-da. And I'm correct because they're both 38 to 200.
Do you do it all the way down?
Yeah.
No, you just put it in the ones that we didn't have already filled. Which were anything that's blank over here, Sean, is going to be a credit balance over here. Does that make sense what I just did? mere fact that no one's shaking their head yes,
Oh, yes.
means I've confused you completely.
I'm sorry, yes.
I don't have any totals. Do I need to add them on?
Yeah, do the sum. Just do the equal sum.
So, looking at,
So what?
no, nothing. Let's see.
So that's what we should be looking at. Did they give us the rest of the worksheet? They do. So hit save, and when we come back, we're going to do the rest of the worksheet.
Wait, I gotta finish.
And that's the answer to all accounting. If you can just figure that one thing out, it will always be perfect. So don't forget that special equation I just told you.
Good job, thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
He gonna say-
I know, James, he's going to freak out.
He's like, there's a whole big chunk of data missing. I got the.
All right, so let's go ahead and pull this income statement over. Where do we go for income statement? What stuff comes over and what stuff stays? What's the trick I taught you yesterday about income statements? Fees, income, and down comes over to income statement. Correct. At least somebody remembered that from yesterday.
Fees, income.
So we'll come over here to fees, income, which is what? The 103? And this is how I do it. Equals. Don't cough it out. Just equals. Don't retype them. Put the equal sign in. Equals 10,000. Equals. I missed one here. Equals. Equals. And then we're going to sum these things up. Equals the sum of everything above it. Equals the sum of everything above it. Now, Sean, do you remember what are we going to subtract here? How are we going to find out what the difference is here? And now that I've transposed that, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit.
Is this supposed to be the smallest number from the big one?
Subtract the smallest number from the biggest number. And we want to be below the smaller number. So I'm going to say this one equals 103,200 minus 78,600. Enter. What do we call this number right here? Net income. We can see because we can come over here and that same line, line 30 is net income. So once we get our net income, what do we want to do? We want to add it to the thing above. So we're going to say this equals 78,600 plus net income. We're going to do the same thing next to it. We're going to say this equals 103,200 plus the net income. Just come out to 0. But it ends up balancing, which is what we want. Sean, do you remember what we do with that 24,600 for the next column for the balance sheet?
I don't.
Andrew, you remember what we do with the 24,600 on the balance sheet side? We're going to put it somewhere. Where do we put it in the balance sheet?
Oh. Is it like at the bottom?
It's at the bottom. What are we going to do with it? If we have it here, what are we going to do with it over here?
Is it on
Carry it over.
what? Left side? Right side?
Right side, that's right. We're going to take it and we're going to hop it all the way over. We're going to, if it's a debit over here, it needs to be a credit over here. So I'm going to put it over here as a credit. Perfect. I'm going to zoom out so we can see the whole balance sheet again. And we're going to just copy all of the stuff for the balance sheet over this time. So this one equals this one, equals this one, equals this one. Oops.
Where did you get the 24,600 at? Right there.
I took 103,200 minus 78,600 to equal this. Equals this one. Equals this one. So I've brought all of them over. All my credits now are coming over. 2200 equals 24.8 equals 255 or 252 equals, that's it. And I'm going to do my same sum at the bottom here. Sum of all this so we should be ending up with 303,600. Let's zoom in just a little bit here. Down to the bottom. And we're going to just add these two up just like we did the last time. In fact, I can just come over here and say copy, paste, paste. Ta-da. And all that's doing is adding this plus this plus this. And we have a completed worksheet.
Can I see the top part of that last
Okay,
worksheet?
what is going on?
Like this. Just kidding.
Why? Oh,
So it's all that.
yeah.
Mrs. McCracken.
Okay, give it to James.
James, we are giving out Dean's List honorees, and you have your certificate here, so when you get back, we will be more than happy to give it to you. So I'm going to pause this again now. He will. So any questions about this? I mean, this is this is the top. Oh, you want to see the bottom?
The bottom part. Okay.
Okay, so the bottom part is.
So for the formula for that blank one here, well, to get the bottom number on the debit
Okay,
side,
so take-
it's
This one?
303, and it would it is
Plus this.
that, right?
Yeah.
The left one. Hold that.
How about if I go like
Make it
this?
smaller. Yes, that's much better. Thank you very much. That will help me a lot.
Magic. So I'm going to pause this now, or stop it.